Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rolling Credits. You know Valentine's Day is coming up, and whether it be a good movie to pick from, what candy you should get your significant other, or even what music you should be listening to. Today, we go over it all just for you. So we have our panel of experts here today, and we're doing it a little different. We have some guests to help lead the charge here. First, we got Adina, the lovely Adina, and the lovely Lauren joining us. And then, of course, the usual suspects. You got me, Seth. We got Kirby and Gums today. And possibly Pat might be joining us later. So sit back, enjoy, and let's get it rolling.
All right.
So first topic we got, what is your guys' favorite rom-com? I'm going to start with you, Adina, and then we'll go around the ring here.
Okay, thank you. So I have two. It's really hard to pick because I am a huge Molly Ringwald fan. Mm-hmm. So I can't pick between 16 Candles or Pretty in Pink. Those two are by far my favorite rom-coms. I don't know. Has everybody seen them? Or no?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen 16 Candles.
Yeah, I was like 20 when 16 Candles came out.
Here we go again with the old people.
I just want to be cool, you know?
Yeah.
Fair.
That is a great movie.
Good flick. It's a good flick, actually. Yeah. It's legendary. That is a well-known flick.
What about you, Lauren?
I'm actually going with 10 Things I Hate About You.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
some great choices here. We gotta go ladies first, and then Kirby. I know you had some tough times picking one here.
I am not a rom-com guy. I'm really not. So I think this technically qualifies, but Coming to America.
Yeah, it qualifies.
Yeah. There's a love story. It's comedy. It's got Eddie Murphy. It's got Arsenio Hall. Like, what's not to love with that? I've seen that movie so many freaking times. That is like definitively that is my number one. I will take that over anything else any day.
It's a weird suggestion there, Curbs, and we will allow it.
Gums, I'm ready to hear yours. You seem like an expert over there.
Oh, and what is my favorite rom-com? Probably in the 2020, 2021, like the new era. There's a new movie called Love and Monsters. I thought that was really great.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Knocked Up for like the middle years of the early 2000s, and then earlier years it'd probably be like She's All That. I think those would be my.
Save your top five for like a few minutes from now. Okay?
Oh, he's got more. You know, he's got more.
He for sure has more.
You see how I ended it there?
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore.
Love and Monsters is a great movie. I love the cast too.
We've been back and forth on watching that. We have not yet, but it always pops up. We're like, oh, we still haven't watched that, and then we stroll a little bit more, and we just don't. So we need to get on that.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, I think so. It's definitely worth it.
It's a great flick.
Good to know.
Adina, that might be one
for both of you.
Yeah, that might be one you could get Brian to watch, but there are monsters in it, and we know how he hates sci-fi.
I was gonna say, did we watch that with you?
Did we? I feel like we might have. Came over for movie night.
I think so.
Probably.
I wasn't invited. Fuck.
You're probably off doing
time.
kid things. Next time. I'm gonna be a walk away from you, Gums.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I can't believe I heard Lauren. She's like, I'm a disgrace. As soon as she heard She's All That, I heard her say it. Like, Mark's a disgrace.
I was actually thinking He's All That. That came out less than a year ago. They made another one.
That was trash. Nobody will ever watch that.
I'm not even watching that.
Well, okay, watch Cobra Kai and then watch that. Same guy.
When she walks down the stairs and She's All That.
After taking her glasses off.
Yeah.
Wait. How about now?
Woo! Hey, for all of you guys that are only listening, the temperature in Kirby's house rose by at least 10 degrees.
Baby Yoda's levitating over there.
Here,
So this one was a tough one for me because I'm a sucker for rom-coms. I just love them. They're great. But if I'm picking my favorite one, I got to go Crazy Stupid Love. I absolutely love that movie, and the cast is phenomenal. You got like Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, Kevin Bacon's in it randomly, and like Julianne Moore. So
Kevin Bacon actually scares me as a person.
He is very scary.
Yeah.
What's that movie? Invisible Man?
Yeah.
I don't like that movie.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a
He
scary
freaks
one.
me out. Some people just play the villains really well, and Kevin Bacon is a villain.
Him and Willem Dafoe. They got
that
the
and
whole thing down.
Sleepers. Sleepers is the one that like Kevin Bacon was like, all right, you're a really good actor in Sleepers.
He was a great actor in Tremors.
Hey man, Tremors. I grew up on those movies.
They're great.
Yeah. Absolutely love them.
Even the new ones are still great, like in their weird Tremor way.
Oh yeah.
So after we got, our favorite one out of the way, do you guys have a top 5? And obviously, let's start with the ladies again. So I'll start with Lauren this time.
I do watch a lot, so it was really hard. I made a list of things I've seen at least 10 to 15 times. So, 10 things I hate about you. I know a lot of the lines by heart. And then I have some new ones and an old one that I don't know if a lot of people have seen. So I put The Duff. I like The Duff. And Easy A.
Easy A is great.
I also have Home Again. Getting to the older age where Reese Witherspoon, she's finding herself. And then one that I've seen probably a million times since I was little, Can't Buy Me Love.
Great film.
Yeah.
Some good choices there.
Yeah, I'm going to write these down later because I feel like, respectfully, everybody that says something on this podcast, when you guys give recommendations, I want to make it a point to like take one of those movies and watch it in full if I haven't. So I definitely am going to write one of those down for sure.
Well, the reason I like Can't Buy Me Love is because it came out in 1987, and it's actually the first like geek guy tricks the popular girl and falls in love and what money can't buy. But in reality, it kind of proves that if you have money, you can get anyone. It's fine. You could buy anyone's
At least they
love.
didn't lie to you.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Dina? And I'll go back to you, Brian.
So 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink. And then actually Can't Buy Me Love was pretty high up there too. But I had that as my 6th. So after Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles, I have My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Nice.
I like more of the comedy ones than the like romance stories. So I find that one to be hilarious. And The Proposal, because Betty White in that was great. I loved her. And instead of Can't Buy Me Love, I actually put Mamma Mia. I kind of have a thing for musicals, so I really love to be able to sing along to it. So I'll put Mamma Mia. But the original, not the newer one.
That's awesome.
That's fair.
Those are some good choices. Kirby?
Well, I really had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for this because I don't know a lot. I really don't. So
Take some notes.
Like Coming to America, there's going to be some interesting choices in here.
Give me a stretch.
I have 4. So Coming to America, 10 Things I Hate About You. I've seen a couple of times. I do enjoy that movie. The Princess Bride, which
great movie.
I definitely put in the rom-com genre, and I actually did really like The Proposal. That movie actually really made me laugh. So that's the only 4 I could come up with.
Those are great choices, though.
Man, give me like 45 minutes. I can come up with a lot.
Yeah. I even got honorable mentions on mine, but let's hear Gums first.
Yeah, so in fact, I didn't really have so much of a list. I just feel like rom-coms in general, for me personally, they're the only genre for me that will never lose value. And I say that because I'm just the type of guy, once I see a movie, I won't watch it again, except for probably rom-coms. Like that genre for me, if it's on TV, I'll throw it on and I'll watch it because it's just a good blend. I do like the comedy ones a little bit more than the drama ones. So like Knocked Up, those types of movies are really great, which is a rom-com. Then I think that genre was best done in the 90s. Personally, we can argue about this if you guys would like. But I mean, the 90s just had like crazy amount of rom-coms. They had crazy actors that were just like crushing it at the time. But unfortunately, I don't have like a top 5 list for you. I could just name too many. So I wouldn't be able to put that in a list. It would be a disservice to the rom-com community.
Fair.
Them in the furry community are very tight-knit.
Especially this time of year.
I mean, the 90s were definitely key for the rom-com genre, just in general. I think early 2000s too. Like the movies that I do know of them came kind of from that era. So you can get behind that for sure.
I feel like I'm one of the only guys in this podcast that actually has like a list of rom-coms. So for me, I already said Crazy Stupid Love, so that's number one. Two's got to be She's Out of My League. I absolutely love that movie. It's hilarious. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I feel like that has to count.
It is.
So Forgetting Sarah Marshall's great. The Girl Next Door. I don't know if you guys remember that movie with it was Alicia Cuthbert. I forgot who the other person was, but
Emile
that was a
Hirsch?
great film. Yeah, Emile Hirsch. That was a great film. And then 5 for me, it's got to be Parent Trap because I love this movie growing up.
Which one?
The original,
Okay.
like the first one. So Parent Trap, because I love that movie growing up. Like me and my mom would used to watch it all the time. So it's got some meaning behind it, and it's just like a movie I like remember of like good times. So that was for sure 5. And then I had some honorable mentions, which Kirby, take some notes here. Got The Big Sick, Sleepless in
I've heard of
Seattle,
it, yeah.
Definitely Maybe, and 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah, I don't think
All
I've
great
heard of
films.
any of those.
You're a hopeless romantic, Seth. I enjoy you as a person. I see your style and I raise you.
Yep. You're carrying
Thank
the
you,
torch
sir.
for all of us right now.
Yep. Well, the next question that I have, or the next topic, which is going to be more up your guys' alley, My Bloody
Stay out of
Valentine.
my alley.
My Bloody Valentine is a great Valentine's Day movie. Might be more on the horror killing side of things, but what are your thoughts on that one? Let's go with Adina. I don't know if you've actually seen this one, have you?
No, I've never seen. I don't like horror films, so I've not seen it.
That's fair.
Lauren?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but going off of the previews, it kind of made me want to bring up a different movie, kind of the same thing, the movie Fear with Marky Mark.
Hey.
Have you
I
seen
don't think
that?
I've seen that.
It has Reese Witherspoon and Mark Wahlberg, and it's what happens when a guy falls too hard for a girl and people get in his way.
Oh,
That's all I'm going
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
he's going,
Real life shit with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
right?
That's what the movie's called.
It's called Real Life. You
Yeah.
don't say no to Marky Mark.
No. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh God.
Kirby, do you have any thoughts on My Bloody Valentine? I know Gums is just gonna get after it.
I mean, we could
So-
watch it on Valentine's Day.
You're
in-
supposed to.
in a shocking twist, I've never actually seen that movie.
What is going on? Guys, it's literally about a minor who comes back on Valentine's Day to kill a bunch of teens.
I know the premise. I've just never watched it. So the horror movie guy, I've never seen that movie. I mean, I've seen the preview. I've seen it pop up multiple times. There are 2, 3 of them, something like that.
Yeah, I think
but,
there's a
yeah.
3D version.
Oh yeah, that might be the
3D.
other one that I'm thinking of. But yeah, no, I've never seen
Love coming at you.
it. We're gonna get to it. Maybe we will watch it on Valentine's Day. But yeah, I haven't seen it.
Valentine's Day is like a Monday.
Yeah.
Gums.
Yeah, they I think they even have like some really nice footage, or they redid the old one to like spruce it up, like what they did with Shirley Temple, took it from black and white to color. Kind of like they spruced it up. It's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Is it my turn though, Seth? Because I'm going to tear you apart.
That's why I said Gums.
Why are we on this podcast talking about this horror slasher flick? Because it had Valentine's in it. Is that
Yeah,
what
it
gave
takes
you
place
the
on Valentine's Day.
preference
Okay.
to do this?
Yep.
This movie is insane. I mean,
It's so
you
bad.
guys know the premise.
good.
It's hey, a miner got basically a miner gets trapped with all these other miners in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only survivor because he eats the other miners. It's cannibalism.
I remember that part.
And then he goes to like a insane asylum. And then I'll let you tell, like, from there, it's Michael Myers, dude. Like, it's just a great flick that everybody should watch on Valentine's Day, right, Seth? No, this is not
It's
what
like
we're
Die
talking
Hard
about.
on Christmas.
Yeah, I was saying
No.
if we're going Die Hard as a Christmas movie,
Almost brought Die Hard up because it's a man just getting home to his wife, and there's a lot of love. I laughed, I cried. So
true.
See?
Is Die
Bringing it
Hard a rom-com?
Full circle.
yeah,
Google-
I don't think
Google
I
will
did.
say yes.
I was gonna bring it up. Don't think it wasn't on my mind.
That's
Is
crazy.
Die Hard a rom-com?
I
Die
thought this
Hard
was
is
a
in
funny
every movie.
question, but
I
That's
had to
true.
throw in something funny and stupid in there. Like, it wouldn't be a podcast episode without it, right?
That's
Very
true. That was a weird question. When I looked at it, I laughed because there's it's just nonstop slasher, and everybody go watch it. It is a decently long movie too. So if you enjoy that, but don't hold your breath on like being excited about Valentine's Day elements, even though there's quite a bit.
So, you know what? I was going to go to the next topic here, but I'm going to have one of the ladies ask one of the questions that they had, get some actual good content here for our
You can tell Seth just like, how about Killer Valentine's Day? Is that what the ladies like on Valentine's Day?
Okay, well, I'll ask a question. So,
Yeah.
Thinking of Valentine's Day and how much pressure there is, do you guys actually feel pressure and feel like they have to meet a certain mark for their significant others?
Nice, good question.
Where are we starting with this?
Do you feel pressured?
Yeah,
No.
let's go.
Start with Kirby.
I really do feel that there is a lot of pressure on the guy. I feel he's gotten like a little bit more equal in recent years with the way that our society's been going. But before that, especially when I was young, it was definitely on the guy to make the plans, pick up the girl, wine and dine her, and then you're paying for your foot in the bill. So there was a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations. So yeah, I don't feel that way so much anymore.
Good answer.
Work harder.
This isn't a safe place.
I don't mind doing any of that stuff. I like being able to take my date out and spoil her and make her feel special and stuff like that. So I don't feel like it's limited to one night either. But Valentine's, especially like when you're dating and stuff, or especially when it's a new relationship, I feel like there's a lot of expectation that can be a little bit overwhelming. Especially when when I grew up, I was poor. I didn't have money. I couldn't take people out on dates. So I had to get real creative. But yeah, I think when you're just first dating, there's a lot of pressure.
Nice, good answer. One day if you guys ever decide to become parents or grandparents, either your children or grandchildren will be taking people out to dates in the metaverse.
Oh, that's true.
Just think about that.
True.
Just scan them in.
Hey, I see you over there. Keep the metaverse open.
Gums is getting ready for that right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
He's got his weaponry already. He's like,
So this is a great question. Did we feel pressure, obligation? I think in my younger years, I wouldn't even call it pressure or obligation. It was this sense of excitement that led to this sense of anxiety that was really just practice. I really feel like Valentine's Day was a really great practice day of courage and curiosity, and to work that up to talk to that opposite sex or whoever, I guess, in now's term, just whoever you were pursuing, right? So that was a really great day to force yourself out of the proverbial box to try to do something like that. Of course, it did come with a lot of expenses if you made it that way. It does have a lot of pressure to spend on that day. And I think that does come from the top up, right? I do think that's that Hallmark shit growing into this. Here's your cards, here's your gifts, we're going to milk this shit. But in essence, that day I'm a hopeless romantic. So I just love stuff like this. I love any excuse to have a holiday, so I'll take it. But obligations, the only obligation on Valentine's you have to do is make sure that other person feels special, and make sure you feel good when you make them feel special. And then any pressures, there are financial pressures back in the day. There still might be some now for those out there, but I think it is a very fun holiday where you don't have to spend money, and I'm glad it exists because I think a lot of special moments are made on that day.
Fair.
Yep. I have pretty much a similar answer to what Gums kind of just came out. I don't really feel that there's a pressure or obligation to it. It definitely, you learn a lot because it does kind of get you outside of your comfort zone. There are definitely some awkward moments in high school. That's for sure. One involved the teddy bear and getting rejected and then having to go to class with her after. So that was great. It's okay.
Life
guys.
lessons,
it's okay.
man. It teaches you.
Exactly. It teaches you. But I like the holiday. I think it's it's a lot of fun to just go all out, and being creative is something I really like doing. So it kind of, really puts you. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really else to say. I guess you guys all hit it on the head. I'm just following along to it at this point.
Well, Dina, what do you think of that same question? Like, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure, obligations, whether that be from like your end, or do you feel like there's a lot of pressure and obligation on, say your husband? You know what I mean? Like, what's your insight there?
So for both of us, we don't necessarily see it as a special day. We kind of think of it as more of like the obligation to actually plan a date night. Like we always say like, okay, we're going to go on a date, whatever. But like, I feel like from outside pressures, people are like, oh, what are you doing? Then we actually like make sure that day we do spend it together. Whether it is, as you're saying, like get wined and dined, or like we stay in and actually, but I want to say like 2 Valentine's Days ago, we ordered in pizza and we watched The Joker. I mean, again, not a Valentine's Day movie at all, awesome. But it was something we wanted to do together. I think it's just spending that time together with your significant other or other loved ones. It doesn't necessarily have to be with your spouse or your boyfriend. It could be with your family, your friends. But yeah, I feel like there definitely used to be a lot of pressure, but if you know your significant other well and they know you well, you don't necessarily need to do the financial aspect. Like you could just have time together.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren? And this is a safe space for you. So.
Not for me, just for her.
Not for her.
Yeah, just.
I kind of feel the same way. Like when you first start dating someone, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to kind of, show your worth. Like in the animal kingdom, the shiny penny, like you have to like be the fancy thing. But the more you actually know someone, the more you realize that it's more about just spending time with each other. So, I mean, we kind of talked about this. I kind of feel like a little bit same way about like Christmas. Like, I don't think you should spend like one day loving each other. I feel like it should be like all year round. It shouldn't just be, like you're just jerked to them all year and then like, oh, okay, well, here's some flowers. Like, I feel like there is a lot of pressure on that particular day, but I feel like the pressure is if you put it there. So, I mean, the nice thing about this guy right here is we are actually really into experiences. So it's not like, oh, here's this big thing that all this money I spent on you. It's like, oh, let's go for a walk. Let's go up on a park. We're going to the Huntington Library. We're just having experiences together. And I think that's what you're going to remember in 20 years from now. Not like, oh, remember that one thing you gave me? It's like, no, remember that day we spent together.
That's awesome. I think you articulated that very well, and I would challenge everybody actually, because you guys got me in this like groove here, is to I think Adina said it best. Like this, like Christmas and like Valentine's Day, these are days set aside so that you remember to give or you remember to do that, and because I mean, let's face it, reality is we should be doing this every day, but we don't, and we won't. And so what I love about these holidays is it's almost like a forceful impact to your life where you're like, hey, call your mom today, tell her you love her. Like how many of us do that, right? And so it's just kind of like, hey, in your face, do this. And I really like that aspect, and then maybe we should incorporate it even more into our lives or figure it out. But I also would love to see a friend's Valentine's Day with couples and without couples, and make it like a party like you would Halloween or you would like Christmas. Like, I think that could be fun as shit. Like have like Valentine's games and things like that. That'd be fun.
Sorry to interject. So I actually did that in college. I wasn't really into like the Galentine's Day because a lot of my friends were men. So I didn't like the aspect of just having females. We did a Flanneltine's Day where we all had to wear flannel, and we decorated our entire apartment. I lived with 4 other roommates, all in flannel, and it was for everyone, whether you have a significant other or whatever. And we did games, like we did Truth or Dare on a wall. We like stuck cards up, and you pick a random card, and on the other side is a truth or a dare. But yeah, we wanted it, as you're saying, like for everybody to be involved in it. It's not just between you and your significant other. It's for all of the people that are your loved ones. And the flannel theme was just fun because who doesn't have a flannel in their, in their closet?
That's right.
That sounds super fun.
Did you guys ever play the game in college where like you go to a party and they have like different colored cups and like it would like specify like if you're single or taken or it's complicated.
Or maybe in a
like, they had-
closet.
Yeah, right. So there were
What
like
cup was
parties.
that?
What's that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure which cup that was.
But they had that, and that was pretty fun. I think basically Gums is just saying he's going to throw a Valentine's Day party at his house.
You know, when you guys said that, I actually was like, "Yo, I would love to actually like
Right?
do something like that." So I
Well,
got to keep
play
that on my
Valentine,
checklist.
like,
That'd be
get them
hella
out
fun.
there.
Not this year, but probably next year when
Yeah.
Seth moves closer to me.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
That way we could do an after party at his house in Rage.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we'll get to Dina's question next, but I feel like it's a good time to ask this next topic here. And I'm kind of sad Pat's not here because it's just going to be me. But how should a single person spend Valentine's Day?
Oh, I have answers.
What do you guys suggest here?
So,
Sad.
no.
Oh, sorry.
I've actually gone to
Lauren?
some things, single. A lot of, not now because of the pandemic, but a lot of bars have single night where it's like a Valentine's Day like thing. Greek Theater in LA is actually having my best friend's wedding drive-in theater the Friday before Valentine's Day. And my sister's going, like a whole bunch of people are going. So it's just, as far as like a single person, I mean, you can still have like a guys' night. Like on Valentine's Day, you guys can still all game and it could just be like that thing. It could be a time that, you do come together, but you come together with all your friends that maybe everyone's lives are too busy. So you spend that time to like hang out with each other and watch play Valentine. It's perfect.
There you go. Kirby.
I say you spend it however the hell you want to. Like,
Take a nap.
yeah,
Treat yourself.
yeah,
Love
exactly.
the aggression.
Have a you night. Like,
Sounds
you can just like stay in,
Yep.
like pop
Yeah.
open like a bottle of wine, order some pizza, like watch a movie in your underwear on the couch because you don't have to do a damn thing. Like, do you? That's
Sounds like a great day.
Yeah.
Dina. What do you got?
I was gonna say the same thing, like self-love. Do whatever you want. Put a face mask on if you want. No judgment. Or I mean, you more than welcome to come here. We can have dinner together, watch a movie. All of the fam
we all
can
know.
come. Everybody's invited. Oh,
I'm gonna send you a bottle of lotion.
we know Brian's not that romantic. Come on, my cousin.
No.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Vicks Vapor Rub.
that is-
Here
Wow,
it
it's here. But not just
That
any
was a
vapor
nice
rub.
invite, Adina.
the lavender.
The lavender,
The lavender
vapor
scent.
The
rub.
lavender
So-
set.
Gum.
Listen, I love your cousin Adina. I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
I don't want you to go over to their house.
I'm not going to. That
So
just
I'm going to
seems like
speak to you like
Yeah.
I'm single. Like I'm going to assume we're all single. I need some background information here, Seth. So you're saying like, how should you spend it if you're single? I kind of need to know a little bit about. Give me some scenario here. Like, what type of person are you? Are you a parched person that's lived in the desert for a while? You know what I mean? You're a little thirsty. Are you the type of person that can do other things and like likes activities? Like I kind of want to know. Give me some type of archetype so I can vibe with this question.
I don't even know how to answer this question because like we've been friends for years. You should know what kind of
Wait.
person I am by now.
So you're
I have a
asking me
suggestion.
directly. I thought this was just a general question, but if you're asking personally from you, I'll give you an answer.
I actually have a suggestion for you. And this is if you want possibly a free dinner, go to a restaurant and just say you got stood up and see how many people buy you drinks.
Yo,
Lie on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
It
there
will,
you
Like,
go.
man,
it will
There you
you
go.
know, I thought she was the one. Like, get that sympathy wine, like, oh, you'll be getting people buying you drinks. You might
I
even
love
find
that.
your missus because someone else is getting stood up as well.
Fair.
so that sounds nice.
And like every other rom-com, you have to admit to her around 30 minutes left in the movie it was all a lie and that you just kind of
You've
got
been
caught up.
stalking her on
And
Facebook the whole time.
you
like
were there.
I like
You
the
didn't get
wine
stood up?
pizza rom-com idea. Maybe I'll go go-karting, do some
Listen.
mini putt-putt. Just have a fun day.
So if you watch rom-coms, she's gonna fall out of a tree. So just walk around with your hands out and just catch her. That's how you get them. It's
Exactly.
literally catching them. So
But listen, Seth, if you're asking, okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you to do. I want you to have the most selfish Valentine's Day ever. or there's two options. So what I mean by that is actually a very positive thing. Like, I want you to go do stuff and do it only in your favor. Like, if there's somebody behind you and you're holding the door, don't. Just fucking walk through it. Just go, you get your own door.
Lock that door.
And like, because what it'll do is it'll give you so much confidence that, and it'll be so fun. So it'll just be like the switch you change. If some woman you find attractive, for instance, says something, you say something back and let it be a little more on the aggressive side.
So basically, I'm going emo Toby.
No. I guess, yeah. Like
nothing matters. Just say it.
Yeah, and I would say Groundhog's Day, where it's just like, oh, hey, I really love that. I really love you. You know, and she's like, what? Yeah. And you're just like, yeah, I said it. And then you walk off. Like, I want you to be Clint Eastwood.
Besides the restraining order, what is the worst thing that can happen?
So basically treat it like there's no consequences, because you don't know the adventures you could get into. And then the second thing I would recommend is make a list of 5 things and then go do it. And these have to be random. Like, hey, I need to find a girl at this bar that her name starts with an S, because my name starts with the S, and I'm going to go talk to her. It doesn't matter, because there's no consequence. I need to go do a donut in the parking lot and then see if somebody will take a shot with me. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, I want it to be weird and
getting
fun.
DUIs like, on Valentine's Day.
No, I'm down for the scavenger hunt. That actually
it's
sounds
a scavenger
like a lot
hunt.
of fun.
Yeah.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
And do it with no consequence. And that's what I would recommend personally whenever I would travel with my friend in college, where we'd go to a new state, you know, or we'd go party with some friends from a different state, and we're like, nobody knows us here. We're fucking invincible. That's what we'd say. We're just like, we're invincible. Nobody knows us here. And we'd make a list. And we'd be like, okay, here's what we have to do, you know? And it just consisted of wild shenanigans. So that's what I recommend you to do. Do some shenanigans. But everything you do, say it with confidence and like say exactly what comes to your mind and filter nothing. And you'll have a blast on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then come back home. And then come back home, eat pizza, watch a rom-com.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Accent all night would be amazing on that list. That would be so great. Let's hear one.
For all... Not happening.
Let me hear Hagrid. Give me the Hagrid accent.
I don't even know what the Hagrid accent is.
Exactly. Nobody does.
I'm just going to say, for all the other single people out there, hopefully we gave you some good tips here. I do want to do a little shameless plug here. So ladies, if you're listening, feel free to send your resumes to rollingcreditspodcast@gmail.com. I just bought a house. Going to need help raising my golden doodle puppy soon. So things are getting serious over here. So send them over.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for checking out this episode of the Rolling Credits podcast. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please drop us a like, hit that subscribe button. If you are listening to the audio-only version of this podcast, please consider giving us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out. Now, let's keep it rolling.
So, Adina, let's go right into your question now.
Okay. So with that, the girl now has to add onto her resume, what is your love language? Do you guys know all 5 of them? Do you know the options?
Money. Respect.
Close. Yeah.
A Bitcoin, you said? Yeah, Bitcoin.
An NFT.
Gotta have an NFT.
Yep.
You know, don't even call me.
Tell us, Adina, what are the 5? This is like the 5 C's. What are the 5? What are they?
Okay, so it's words of affirmation,
Okay.
acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. So you can have one that is usually like the most, and then you can have others that follow, but they're typically every single person has one of the 5 that really speaks to them.
And when you say like giving gifts, is that like, I hear a lot of people say my love language is food. So like if I feed you with food, is that like a gift?
Yeah, I mean, but it's receiving. So yeah, the person would want to only receive. They don't necessarily like to give.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, and then acts of service. I would say acts of service could be like liking when somebody cooks you dinner. That's not necessarily considered a gift.
Okay.
So who should go first, Adina? You get to choose. Russian roulette.
Let's go with you first, Seth.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
No favoritism. Just kidding.
Right?
Well, we need to know, because the person who's sending in a resume, we need to know if they fit, if they match.
Don't even apply if you can't, hang. So.
So I had to look up the five of them because I didn't remember these. But I wanted to say, like, I feel like physical touch and words of affirmation are up there, but for me, it's quality time because I like spending quality time with people and like doing fun things, like going to music festivals or concerts, things like that, going to the movies. So I feel like quality time is probably my number one.
Okay.
Yeah, these are super sexual. The way I read them. Oh, this is sexual.
I feel like we should go with you then next, Gums.
All right, Gums,
Yeah,
Gums,
I'm
you're up.
interested how you're.
Am I the only one that interprets this as very sexual and like very like hormone driven?
Yes,
I'm
you're a
reading them.
monster.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
Like say my name, like, and then touch me, and then like it's
Give me
just
a
weird.
gift.
Yeah, give me a gift. Here's a gift, a child. So I would say of these, I would say actually acts of service is my personal love language. That's probably my love language. Like I would love that. Like again, I'm separating love from intimacy. Like I think those are two separate things. Like that's why I perceive some of these as very sexual because that's just what I think of. But I would say love wise. It's my Latino heat, Seth. I would say that acts of service. Like, I would really appreciate it if somebody like did stuff for me without me having to ask. Like, or they really knew about me so much that I was, man, I really wanted to do this. I just didn't have the chance. I wanted to go here, and all of a sudden they're picking me up and we're headed there, and then we're having a blast or something like that. Like that for me is like actions speak louder than words. That's the type of person I am. So that's why that's my love language. Like acts of service for sure.
So my question is, are we talking about how like we show love or how like we what we equate to like a love language, like what we look for in other people?
That it's supposed to be selfish. Like, what is your love language? Like what makes you love that person when they do that for you? Like it's supposed to be selfish.
Gotcha. Because I was thinking about it like the exact opposite of like how I show love.
We did not read the assignment.
I don't know.
Touch me, Kirby.
I would say I would go with physical touch for how like I equate love, because just come up and give me a hug. Like I'm a hugger. Yeah.
I'll give you a hug anytime, Kirby.
Can I touch the small of your back while I hug you? Just a question.
Always.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think physical touch, like just having like your loved one, with their hand on, like, it's very calming, especially right now.
I just do this to him all the time. Put my finger on his nose.
I wonder if that's why when the cats get around you, you kick them, Kirby. Is you don't want them to love you, or what's going on there?
They just love him so much.
I would never kick my cats. I throw them every now and then because they jump on my keyboard. But
hey, keep it down over there. You don't want to get canceled for that, bro.
WWF.
There's a
body slam it. There's a bed behind him. Shh.
Yes, yeah. So I think that would be mine. But yeah, I read into that question like the exact opposite of like, how do you show love to people? So that could be a counter question, bring it around. How do like, how do
Plot
you
twist.
go about, showing love to your significant others?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess Lauren, and then we'll go to Adina, and then we could do that reversal question there.
Yeah, because I'm more I'm interested in the other, like the reverse of that as well.
Yeah.
So what we totally read that wrong.
Should we just start over?
No.
Never.
I would probably say physical touch. Like, for me, it's more, it's calming. Like it goes back to, childhood, like having the back of your head rub. It's like a calming thing. So if you don't have that physical touch with someone, sometimes they have to use words of affirmation.
That's fair.
No.
So yeah, let's flip this around. How do you guys show love? Yeah, you want to start, Dina?
Yeah, we'll get Adina both answers because you got to answer the first part.
Oh yeah, she didn't answer the first one.
Oh, okay. For me, quality time. I just think spending time together, doing whatever. I mean, my husband and I work in the same office together. So we don't necessarily have to be talking to one another, just being here together is great. Same thing for watching a movie. We don't need to be talking, just sitting there together is really nice. And the reverse of what I do for him, I would say probably more of the acts of service. I mean, he also likes quality time. I think that's his love language, but I think the way in which I do for him is acts of service. Like, I know if he's stuck in meetings all afternoon and he's not going to have the chance to like eat lunch or like an actual lunch, like he thinks cookies is lunch, I will go and like make him a sandwich or fold his laundry if he doesn't have the time to do it. So I like to do that so that he doesn't feel rushed to do it.
Nice. So basically, you actually love us more than your husband since you've spent this time on the podcast with us. Yeah. I just want to throw that out there for all the listeners.
He's actually in the same room. So,
right. Where's Petey?
We're loved.
Yeah, I love you all.
Gums, what about you?
The reverse question to this, I don't know. These I couldn't tell you. I guess it's dependent on the person, right? So like, I'm capable as a human being to do all 5 of these languages. I'm fluent in all of them. Practice over my lifetime. Yeah, like, but again, most of these to me seem like partner-wise seem very. All these are going to lead to sex for me. That's what I would say. And I'm going to just say it because I can't not read this and just be like I can feel the tension of when I talk, when I look at it. Like I sometimes use all 5 of these in a row. So this is great. I think I'm fluent in all 5. Right now, I just had my first child. So right now I think the biggest one is probably words of affirmation. Actually, you would think it would be more like quality time, but no, it's not it. It's words of affirmation. Like, we can do this. Let's knock this out of the park. I got you. I can cover you. And then just doing those small acts of service to like help out and take the child and play video games with them at midnight. And, yeah, that's what I would say.
So going off of Gums, so I feel like any healthy relationship has all 5. And I also think that it's also situational. So, going off of what Adina was saying, like, your partner is stressed out, this is where this one applies. And then this time, they had a bad day, this is when this one applies, So I feel like they all apply different situations, but there is one that probably keeps getting like honed in, and that's the one that you typically do.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Should I go or do you want to go? Yeah, you go, Kirby.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you do have to have aspects of all of them. But like, nailing one down for me, like personally,
too sexual, Kirby.
It would definitely be like words of affirmation, and so very different from Gums. I do not read these in a sexual manner. I tend to be very very encouraging and very supportive. I like to make sure that my partner understands that anything that they're going through, anything that is on their mind, that I'm there with them, that they're not doing it by themselves, that I'll be behind them, like pushing them, like, okay, we get maybe off the ledge, we don't know where we're going, but that's how it is for me. I just like to make sure, like, that we're a team, like we're doing this together. So that would be my main one.
I just want the audience to know I didn't make one single joke about any of that was sexual.
That's because you're DJ Khaled over there.
Another one.
Well,
for the people who got that reference, you're welcome.
Well, I will say, like, not to get all serious, but the key word that we are all using is partner. So if you're not equally in there, it's not really a partnership. So I think that's, player 1, player 2, like, it's more of a partnership. It's, you're ride and die, bitch. Like, you need someone to have your back no matter what. And if that means, they're having a crappy day and you telling them like, wow, you look amazing today. Or like, I know the thing that you did was really hard. I'm proud of you for doing that thing that was hard. Just having each other's back is really important because no one wants to be alone in a relationship.
For For sure.
Gums, take notes over there.
And also lying. Lying helps a lot. Can you guys hear me in this mic? Lying helps.
I mean, whatever.
Take notes.
You know.
I'm romantic.
It is pretty great because I do follow you, Lauren, on Instagram, and I see how much like you say things about how much you love Kirby. It's honestly the most adorable thing ever.
You probably see them more than I do because I don't check social media.
Yeah.
And just imagine the things I don't say because I say it to his face.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like his
So-
real love language.
So I kind of am similar where it's like, you know, you have to have a little bit of all of them, all of those key things. But for me personally, I think it's tough. It's between acts of service or quality time again, because I like taking people places and doing events and things like that. But for acts of service, I love cooking. So like I love like making dinner and things like that. And I think so I'd have to lean towards acts of service. I feel like would be kind of more of the one I would pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm just winking.
Hear that, ladies? He's an act of service.
Lauren gets my jokes. Lauren gets my jokes.
Don't forget to send your resumes,
resume.
guys.
love this
Credits your
podcast.
resume.
Yes, that is rollingcreditspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
There we go. So
You can find us on podcastonly.com as well.
Oh, wow.
So,
All right, what's next?
the next topic here is your favorite Valentine's Day candy. And do you guys actually like those heart-shaped ones that have like the "Be Mine"?
Yeah. Do you like candy corn?
The ones that the sweethearts they're
Sicko.
called.
Yeah, I know.
Not
You're
candy
sicko.
corn.
I was just asking because it's related. They're cousins. They're fucking disgusting.
They are cousins.
Well, we know where Gum stands on this, so
Yeah. They're not like edible. Like, I mean, you can eat them, but they're not like
They're
edible.
not like edible, but they're in the food section.
Yeah.
Okay, riddle me this. Or you guys remember as kids, if your milk carton was facing the other person when you opened it, it meant you liked them? Did anybody do that thing as a kid? Was that a
I'm
No,
not
I
nationwide
just drank
trend?
my milk.
Okay, so there
I
was
wanted
this
strong
thing.
bones.
Right?
There's this thing up north, like in our school, it was like there's like this arrow on the milk carton. And I think it was the way you were supposed to open the milk. But if you didn't and you opened it and it was facing somebody, that means you like them, right? And so something
growing up in
similar.
Minnesota.
So something similar is what we do is that we would read the hearts, and if the heart said something you wanted to happen, then you'd eat it. Right. So we didn't really eat them for the taste. It would just be like, you'll find your love. And then you'd like eat it. And be like, I will find my love. So like,
Like a
kind
fortune
of
cookie.
yeah, like a fortune cookie, like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like reading your horoscope that day and magically your horoscope happens. Right. So you're like, you try to pop the ones that will like really matter, or you give the significant person you like the ones that like said what you wanted to say.
I didn't do the milk carton thing, but I did have a friend who said that you could get any girl to like you if you point your foot between her legs. Like if you just pointed at her and she looked you in the eyes, you could get any girl. I'm like, I don't think it works that way.
Gums does.
Who's that? Ryan Gosling? Who's saying that? That guy has
That is a
100%
rom-com.
close ratio. What was that about? It'll never work with me.
Yeah.
Adina, do you have a favorite candy?
I mean Reese's. So they have like at CVS or Walgreens like the hearts, and then they'll have like the normal Reese's in it.
Heck
That's
yeah.
perfect. The candy hearts are a no for me. I do not like eating chalk,
Yes.
Yeah.
so
I'm
I
so
would
glad.
never. Ugh, they're gross. But I have to disagree on the candy corn. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean,
Fair.
all right.
Candy
That's
corn's
fair.
not horrible. It's more edible than the chalk hearts. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
100%.
That's for sure.
Also, I'm just going to interject here before we go to you, Kirby and Lauren, because I also like Reese's, and I feel like I had to continue that on. Reese's is like my favorite candy, so you put it into a heart shape, I mean, it's game over. So,
It is. It is. I think there's like 5. What is the variety bags you get that they use for Halloween, Easter,
yeah.
Valentine? It's always Reese's, Snickers, and Twix or some shit. You know what I mean? It's just like the same 3. Oh, great times. I think Hershey Kisses are number 1 for Valentine's Day. Don't at me about it. It's just because they have a beautiful name called Hershey Kiss, and then
Fair. Fair.
did you give those to anybody and then ask for a kiss?
of course I give them to you every time, Seth. I'm waiting.
Ooh.
I appreciate
I'm
you.
waiting.
Leave it on the pillow, you know.
Hints, hints.
Yeah.
Kirby and Lauren, what do you got for us?
I'm having to go with just chocolate shaped like hearts. Like, I don't really have a favorite. I'm not a candy heart person. Same thing. Chalk. It's too the consistency. Not about it. They are adorable though, and I remember, getting them when I was a kid and trading them, and being like, "Oh, I wanted a hug," and some weird stuff.
I wanted a hug.
That was just a person working up
Like,
the
give me a
courage, ask
hug.
Lauren for a hug. Yeah, and she was like, "I'll take that,
And
scrub."
then pick 'em.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me this.
Anything, of course it's going to be Reese's. Anything chocolate and peanut butter, I'm all over it. And that's any time of the year, but
Team Reese's.
oh yeah, all the way. I don't like the heart-shaped candies, again, like for the same reasons everybody has mentioned. Like, it is basically chalk with a little bit of sugar in it, and some stupid thing like written on it that happens to correspond with the holiday. I don't like them. They are kind of like the second cousin of the candy corn. But no, can't do it. Never liked them.
Yeah.
Somebody hurt Kirby back in the day. And I can tell. I just want to point that out. I'm leaning into my mic to say this. All right, I'm back.
Your voice is so soft. It's perfect
It
for the
is,
podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast, make sure to check out my movie and TV show review page called According to Seth. So it's According to Seth, and I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for some more amazing content and some fun clips. So make sure you stop by. So this next topic here is going to be a fun one because I feel like Gum's had a tough time probably with it. So what is your guys' go-to love song? And yes, if you're thinking it's more sexual, Gums, you can give both responses because there's more of like a rom-com song and then there's a sexual one. So I went there. So we'll start with the ladies first here. So Lauren.
There was actually a couple, but the one that I honed down is Al Green's "Let's Stay Together."
That's a good one.
But there was definitely a couple of them. Honorable mention, anything by Bon Jovi. So, there's a couple songs out there. "I'll Be There For You" is my top song ever. These 5 words, I swear to you. When you breathe, I will die for you. I'll be there for you. So.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Medina, and then we'll go back to you, Kirby.
Okay, I have 2. One is the song I danced to at my wedding. It was 10,000 Hours, Dan Che and Justin Bieber. My husband's a believer. So I wanted a Dan Che song. He wanted Justin Bieber. Worked perfectly. And second, I would say, just because it's funny, but I also think, I don't know. I think it's goofy. My dad used to sing all the time is She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. It's just a really funny song. I don't know if you've heard it.
Have not.
But
I think I've actually heard that one. I'm not a country person, but I do think I know that song. So
It's going on my shuffle.
Yeah,
yes, that is an iPod shuffle, baby.
Kirby?
Let me tell you about a little song called "From Tribulation to Eternity" by a band that nobody's heard of, called Convent, because that is a band that I am in. So let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this song. So my co-guitarist and myself wrote this really epic, 7-minute long, really badass, just stretch of music, and we give it to our vocalist, and a couple days later we get the lyrics back and we're kind of reading through it, and the lyrics for the song are actually the story of how he met his wife, and great lyrics, he's a great lyricist, and that's not actually my go-to love song, but had to
But he
throw
plays
that
it every date night, so something.
No, I've got to
Brought to
go
you by
with
Vicks Vapor Rub. Lavender scent.
Lavender.
I have to go with a classic, because it involves Batman, and it's "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
It's a great
Nice.
song.
It is a great
Fantastic.
song. It is a fantastic song. So that would be my go-to.
I like that. Gums, what do you have for us?
Yeah, so the non-hornball version of me is I'm going Kenny G greatest hits.
Oh, there you go.
I actually do love Kenny G. Like
Kenny G's great.
I will put on his greatest hits. I haven't, but I will. I've done it on YouTube, and I'll just jam that shit. Like that's great background music for me. It's one of the few pieces of music that invokes emotion from me, and so I just love it. Like I don't like. When I think of love songs, man, I think if can I make love to this song? Again, I'm a little bit of a hornball. It's the Latino heat in me.
It's gotta have the beats,
but
rhythm.
I don't want to hear people's voices when I'm doing my thing. So like it's just like I don't want to start busting out rapping, while I'm doing my thing. So. Which would be fun, but
how was your baby conceived? What song did you have in the background?
Just in my head, but the which is pretty funny because I'd say, okay, on the other side of that though, that freak nasty side is going to be Pretty Ricky. Like you put on some Pretty Ricky, and like if you don't find a partner on the dance floor, like find a partner to start singing the dirtiest of lyrics to, I don't know what love is, So those are my two right there.
Just throw on Love in This Club by Usher and it's game over.
Yeah.
Anything by The Weeknd. So this one was kind of hard because there are a lot of great like romantic songs out there. Like This Magic Moment by The Drifters, obviously. At Last by Etta James. I really like Slow Show by The National, but like for my number one, I got to go Skinny Love by Bon Iver. I love that song. And it is like an emotional song. And if you like really look at the lyrics, it is more of a love song than some of his other stuff. But it's kind of what I came up with for that.
I mean, I could go really emo and be like, well, Bright Eyes, Perfect Sauna. I don't know. Go real emo on there.
Let's go.
It's like,
that's what it's all about. Invoking emotion.
Right? I'm trying to think of the My Chemical Romance song. Is it Ghost of You or Helena? Well, I feel like those could be rom-com songs. Or not rom-com, romantic songs.
There you go.
The when you said my Bloody Valentine, I was thinking of like that band initially, so I wanted to make that comment randomly. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, they do have some great songs.
Hey!
We got Pat joining in.
Hey!
5 beers in, baby.
All right, I'm here to tell you this episode of the podcast brought to you by Vicks Vapor.
Let's go.
Wait, the lavender?
Yeah, the lavender
You wonder
scent.
what to get that special someone for Valentine's Day? Get them Vicks Vapor Rub. Yeah.
Brought to you by Honey.
Brought to you by Honey.
Hashtag
So, yeah,
ad,
Pat's
hashtag
joining us,
mixed
everyone.
partner.
Hi, guys.
What's up, dude?
Welcome in.
Hey.
Guys, which of the toughest questions should we ask him?
Oh god, we're just gonna like rapid fire to Pat right now because
Like,
we're
boom.
wrapping up actually. We've got what, one or two left.
Yeah,
Fair enough. That's
we can
fair.
rapid fire it though. Which one should we?
Let's
do you
get him
think,
up to
Kirby?
speed. Let's Pat, what's your favorite rom-com?
Yep.
My favorite rom-com.
Die Hard was already said, so you can't say that.
No way.
He's just trying
no
to-
way you could. No way you
That
could-
wasn't mine. That was not mine.
Oh, bro, I thought for sure it was you. Oh man.
I mean, he's just trying to get home to his wife. Come on now.
They made this awful spoof movie that was like making fun of romantic comedies, but it was like half a romantic comedy. And I can't remember what the name of it is for the life of me.
Who was in it?
It's really fucking bugging me. Isla Fisher was in it. And it was this like terrible like rom-com that was like spoofing on rom-coms.
Is it
was a
film
trash movie.
73 or film something?
Yeah, film something. That's what
Yeah.
it was. I can't remember what it was. It's a trash movie, but I don't watch rom-coms, so I actually thought it was somewhat funny, and it was like a weird fucking I don't know if it
Hugh
actually
Jackman's
counts as
in
one.
it. He's got a little something on his
Yeah.
chin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this whole thing. It's a
Film-
fucking
Film
Dog
43.
shit.
Another date movie or something? Or
yeah. It's like one of those ones. Yeah,
okay.
but that'll be my take for it because I just don't watch rom-coms.
So you probably can't answer your top 5 rom-coms then, can you?
Fuck
Do you have
no,
a-
because
yeah.
I couldn't give you something like that.
What's your favorite Valentine's Day candy? What do you think about the heart-shaped chalk candy?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
We
like
all
yeah, like
liked it,
I understand.
actually.
Yeah.
I understand that it's something that you have to have like around that time of the year. Like I understand, like and it's like I'm gonna have it, like, you know. But like, hey, because we've already talked about candy and stuff and like favorite movie snacks and shit like that. I'm getting a heart-shaped Reese's. It's happening
Mhm.
every time. It's the number one go-to.
Yep.
It is. Yep. And holographic Pokemon Valentine's Day cards.
Mhm.
Holographic. Is that a thing? I think I missed that niche.
The ones you can cut out and they're like 16 in a box. You know, they give Valentine's Day cards for kids still, right?
Oh yeah, they do.
Mhm.
Okay. Jeez,
feel like
plan to be a kid one day, huh?
Come on.
Yeah,
man.
you know, say.
I choose
Principal.
you. It
I
says,
just
choose
missed that
you,
one,
and then it's
apparently.
like,
I missed
Happy
that one.
Valentine's Day, and it's like, I choose you. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's like Billy Madison, the teach. You know, the principal even gives out Valentine's cards.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
I feel like we should ask the ladies' questions now. Let's go Lauren
Yeah.
first, then end with the Dina for that one.
Okay,
What
well,
we got?
do you feel any obligations when it comes to Valentine's Day being the man? Do you feel like
I'm
there's
single as
pressure?
fuck, so no.
Okay.
This is now your time
Well,
to plug
that is a
like I
hard
did
no.
earlier.
Oh yeah, we're taking resumes for Seth. So
Yeah.
if there's any woman you're looking for, you know,
Plug in your
Okay,
email.
Look into the
yeah. I
camera,
mean, like,
please, while you say this.
yeah. What's
Very,
the criteria
The
for your
dreamy
resume?
eyes.
No, you're setting the criteria for the
You're setting
resume.
it.
Oh, I'm setting the criteria.
Yep.
Like I'm a functioning alcoholic with crippling anxiety and lives in Vegas. It is.
Look into the camera.
Yeah. It also enjoys jujitsu and fighting for fun. So let's have take that where you will.
Remember, ladies, email your resumes to rollingcreditspodcast@gmail.com.
Make sure you title if you want Pat, put Pat
Oh,
in
yeah.
the subject line, and then if you want Seth, which is me, make sure you put Seth in the subject line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important.
I'm not taking resumes at this time.
I mean, I'll take a fucking
You
resume.
are a resident HR department for screening, right?
Yeah, I will go through every single
You're
one
like
of
the
them.
first- you're
I'll be the
first 2 rounds
crazy
interview.
filter to be like, no,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
doing this one. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you have to run. Yeah.
I want a few just for my ego. I'm like Seth Curry's wife. Just go ahead and send me a few, just so I feel good about myself. I have everything they have, I think.
There you go. There you go.
Well.
You're on the same tier. That's how that goes. Yeah.
Dina, ask away.
Okay. What is your love language? There's words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch, as well as what do you like to do for your partner?
Mhm.
My joke answer is the opposite of whatever the fuck I'm doing now.
That's not a joke. That's a real answer.
That's a solid answer. It's like I'm half kidding, but
I cried myself to sleep.
Reality, I'll say quality time. I like doing shit for dates. Like I like actually like going out and doing things and whatnot.
Mhm.
Like whether it's like a hike or a trip or a vacation or something like that. Like in terms of like in a relationship, I enjoy that kind of stuff. But yes. So if that's the answer, then whatever the opposite is of that, I'm sure will work.
In Arizona, I think if you say I hike, that's like 99.9% of Tinder profiles from what I hear. So
It's
you
like-
would do very
it's
well here.
Same in Vegas. That's fair.
Okay.
I like the indoors, you know. I
Yeah.
hate the sun.
I wouldn't
But
survive.
I'm also like a gamer and shit, and like podcast and fucking shit now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't survive on the internet dating apps these days because like I like to hike. I'm like, who the fuck wants to walk up this mountain to look at other mountains to walk down this mountain? Let's just go hit the gym. What are we doing?
Speaking of that, that's my favorite thing ever is when you're just like swiping on the apps and then you just see somebody's like bio say, I like adventures. What the fuck does that even mean?
I like food, so I mean, I eat daily.
What is your goddamn
Send them
adventure?
a picture of you in a leather
breathing
suit.
and
Right.
Send them a pic of you in a leather suit.
existing.
Yeah.
You want to
Big
go
fan
on
of
an
existing.
adventure? Suit up.
So funny story about dating app. I was on one once, and I got a couples saying, "Hey, you want to join our?" Yeah,
So often you get
it's
one.
very.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
think that
That's
it's actually
actually
very
a thing.
often. I'm like, no. Like,
I would be remiss to say I haven't sat there and looked at the profile and been like, man, this could be a funny combo. Like I just want to know.
things
like,
look like
what,
fun. Like,
I just want
A
to know
month
like
from
what's
now,
the resume
Pat
look
will
like
be at
here?
that level. like I'm fucking lonely. Just take me, couple.
Get me in the thruple. I don't care.
Oh God, no thruples.
Somebody
No
tell me
throuples.
what a thruple is. What is that?
It's a 3-person couple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's a
awesome.
thruple.
Yep.
Awful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like there's not enough people in the world. People are taking 3 of them. Like what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd
That's
like to have a
honestly it's
thruple
selfish,
with our
right?
thruple.
Fuck you guys.
Sounds pretty selfish. I mean,
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
you guys are just trying to get dates, and there's people out there with 2 women. Well, like, come on now.
Come on.
Yeah, fuck off, man. Like,
I know we're talking about love languages, but you want to like feel the least loved? Go on a dating app and swipe right.
Tell everybody you have a thruple, and that might interest some people.
They're like, wait, nipple? Like,
it's going on my
Yeah.
public
Throwing
profile
third
tonight.
on the top of stuff.
There you go.
Like, I like the just throwing third in front of shit.
no,
and call
just
it third.
put.
It's
I have
making
a
the
secret
thing.
and go and giggle. Like I got a secret.
I actually have another question to ask here.
Like a bad
What?
anime.
What is like the best line that you guys have used on a dating app in your bio? Like, I'll start off here because my friend gave me this one and it was just too good. And it was, I'm looking for somebody to raise my puppy with.
Oh.
I don't
That
go
was-
corny on those dating profiles. I just can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
It only works if you're handsome. I'll tell you that.
That's why I got the mustache.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Gums. Needed that one. Really needed that one. Yeah.
You're fucking welcome.
He's got that Latino heat over
I
there.
always use
Appreciate it,
I'm
buddy.
Adina's friend.
You're what?
That's what I say. I'm Adina's friend.
There you go.
Like, who's Adina? And I'm like, greatest person
Pass.
on earth, man.
Yeah, it's like, honestly,
Greatest fucking
She is
person on
great.
earth.
you just gotta hit him
Great.
back with if you know, you know. Like,
Yeah.
that's-
Obviously, you don't
You know
know.
what a-
So,
You know what a
man.
thruple is?
But you gotta say it in a deep voice and look him in the eyes.
Yeah.
Women like that.
Brian, please do this for me so I have some type of information on it. If you can use your sexy voice to say,
Oh, yeah,
do
there
you
you
know
go.
what a thruple is? This would be great
So
for us.
deep.
Hey,
Am,
you
I-
should
am I
call
looking
him-
right in the camera or?
Yeah.
Please, yes, please. He can't do it.
I'm sorry, Pat's cracking me up right now. Do you know what a thruple is?
I'm sold.
That was great.
That is a what do they call it here in this industry where you
That's
take
the voice of a generation. That's right there.
It's got to lead with that.
Mhm.
Like, I
Yes.
need you to clip that and make that something.
I will make that a sound, and you can use it for whatever you want.
Ringtone.
There you go.
Got it.
Do you know what thruple is?
That should be our
I need
intro.
I need
That should be our
for my
intro.
confidence. And then it just goes straight to Vic's Raper Road.
Yeah. Now in lavender.
You guys can't forget about honey.
I
It's a
love
great
that.
couponing.
Yes. And
Great couponing.
if you would like some online couponing, go with honey.
Yeah. For Valentine's Day, if you would like stuff that's half off, wink.
Honey.
It's an online
You think
browser
I buy my
extension that will
fixed
find
paper
you
rub?
everything.
This episode has turned into us trying to get sponsored.
Yes.
Bad ad read.
I don't know. I've never been on one of those like dating apps trying to do that shit. I'm more of like, I'm trying to meet you in the grocery store because I know you're a wholesome woman
Mhm.
and you have great values,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
we might be at great value while I meet you. That type of shit. I just don't. I don't.
Store brand love.
I don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just. I wouldn't know how I should say because like my MySpace, I was a killer, elite.
Mhm.
I was also
Popping cherries
my
left and
youth,
right.
prime.
We technically married over there, bro. You've been
know?
like wiped up for years.
That was
so.
in my prime, so now I'm just like washed up. Shaved my mustache the other day. I look like a fucking Ninja Turtle. I don't know what to do anymore.
It's okay, bro. I'll carry the team. I got you. Adina, what about you? Did you ever have a great line?
Oh God, that I've used no, and I feel like ones that I've.
What's the worst
What?
thing somebody slid into your DM? I gotta
I was
hear
gonna say
that.
I've
Oh,
had
God.
some really
It's great.
terrible things, or people are just rude. Like a guy thought he was funny and was like, "I have a question. Is that bus parked on your face, or is that just your nose?" Like that's literally how he opened up.
That's
And I
like
was
taking
I
a
don't know
nag
what
too
you-
far.
Yeah.
I was gonna
know,
say,
and I
this is
didn't
a
know what
bad
to
line.
expect. It was so bad, and I've had ones where it again, like it's people saying like, forget somebody was saying like, "Oh, would you like to host a bar mitzvah 13 years and 9 months from now?" Basically saying like,
Yeah.
"Can I impregnate you right
Yeah.
now?" It's disgusting. Like, grow up. But
He was probably like
Nothing good.
15. He's like, I said a
honestly,
joke.
Yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
I will say-
Gum is writing it down.
Come taking notes.
What?
Hey, he's
Sorry.
0.2 Ashkenazi Jew. He's part of the tribe, Adina.
By blood. By blood, not by religious affiliation.
I will say in college. So like those things came out when I was in college. Like I was like a freshman in college.
Mhm.
So like that was like when Tinder came out. I was a freshman, and like terrible thing to give to 18-year-olds fresh on a college campus. Just a bad decision overall. Like, but fucking like I remember like being absolutely fucked up like beyond recognition, and just handing my phone to my friends and letting them go nuts on Tinder.
Mhm.
And I just like them never saying anything I would say necessarily like offensive in any way, but just like being dumb and like pretending they were like talking to like a chair or something, or like doing like weird like dumb shit on Tinder and thinking it was the funniest thing in the world. Like there was a time there where like the beginning of dating apps was just fucking wild and no one gave a shit about it. Like now it's like dude, this is weird. Like don't get me involved in this whatsoever. But like the early times, it was just like this is like the Wild West of like dating. Like,
What is Gum's writing over there? I'm nervous.
Everything.
I was getting ready to whisper to Pat and say,
Ooh.
these motherfuckers remembered you from back then writing to chairs, and they said, we don't fuck with you now because you were disrespectful.
that's
5
why I'm
years ago."
single. Yeah.
Sorry.
I gotta have an
What's up?
intervention with
You
my
can't-
friends.
You can go retcon your friends and say,
Yeah.
"Well,
Hey,
The joke is-
motherfuckers. Yeah, you guys fucking blew this for me.
The joke is you can't sit with us.
I know.
Lauren, what about you? What's the worst thing somebody said to you? On those things.
I can't even think. There's been a lot of just like, as far as, people sliding in the DM, there's a lot of people about feet. There are a lot of feet people.
Lauren, I need to go where you are and just like I just need to be a fly
Okay,
on the wall.
So to like have some content, I have a huge sock collection. So from time to time, I'll post pictures of my feet, which is just asking for it, like, apparently. But
Yo, stop doing it for free. You could be making
Hey.
money over
I
there.
know. I'm sorry. Missed
Just
opportunities.
because you showed pictures of your feet don't mean you asked for it, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
I've watched
socks that
enough
did
Olivia
it.
Benson
Okay.
to know my way around the question.
But on the opposite, what line did I say that got you?
Yeah,
Oh, she used the line on you? I'm excited for this.
I love that.
That's for the. Well, we were at bookstore. It's like, I even know how to read.
So,
I love your voice with that too.
for context, for anybody that doesn't know, we met at a bookstore
On Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Horrible. It's a rom-com.
Yes.
But
In the kids section. Neither of us have kids.
I think we were texting or like messaging back and forth after we met, and I think she sent me a screenshot of what my number was saved as in her phone,
Yeah.
and I was called the Muffin Man, parentheses possibly a creeper.
Yeah.
And
Oh, go ahead.
You never know.
and
that's when you knew it was love, right? there.
and that was very honest, and I could appreciate that. But to be fair, like I think when we were talking, like she had told me about like her like she has like all these really cool like Star Wars socks, and like she has a sock collection, so she was the crazy sock lady in my phone, so that's just kind of how it worked out.
And to give you content.
Prevent disease might be in the feet.
Well, so
I'm honestly.
nice.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is
It's actually
amazing.
incredible.
That is really cool.
That's pretty great.
So,
I'm honestly surprised you guys didn't use the "I travel to Mordor for you" as like a pickup line or something like that.
So to put content on the, creeper, not a creeper, he was that until we got engaged, and now he's future husband. But I did write a bio of him. So, no relation to Jack Kirby, because I had to clarify. I'm like, do you have any relation to Jack Kirby? I'm not going to tell you the whole bio, but he has a bio on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of it is not for this podcast.
NSFW.
Yes.
Vapor rubbing.
Everybody.
like this
I don't know.
podcast episode is a green room episode at this point.
Yeah, we have gone off the rails.
I don't think it's really about like lines. Like there wasn't like, oh, that line gets me every time. It's just like it's something that's I don't know, kind of stands out. Like so, it's not like, hey, so what sign are you? It's like what?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess in his case, you'd ask what muffin he is, because I need to know why you called him man.
oh yeah.
No,
It
we
is
were okay.
fine.
So we were talking about breakfast food. I'm like, are you like
Okay.
a pancake? Are you a muffin? He's like, oh, I'm more of a muffin man. So I do make him muffins a lot. I make him a lot of muffins
love
because he told me that one time.
Love
But
language
then-
at its finest.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but his full name in my phone is Sir Brian the Muffin Man of House Kirby.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah, he is a
He's like secretly
Sir.
holding it in that he doesn't like muffins. He's like, man,
I know.
No,
He's
okay.
like
Never
throws
said I
up.
was
this is so wild. I don't fucking
I-
muffins like that.
I actually, so I went to the store today. We're actually going to make muffins in the next couple of days. He likes
Can
muffins.
you send me some?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how good they're going to be.
Well, yeah, we'll try to like
Overnight
you
it.
know. Yeah, there you
That
go.
seems like a flower shipment. Like, that's not that
No, it's only
How
like
how about
5-hour
this?
flight, right?
How about this? When we come over, I will make muffins in your new kitchen.
There you go.
Well, make sure that it's before Gums and Pat defecate all over my kitchen like they
Oh,
said
yeah.
last episode.
Yeah, that was in the green room.
That was the green room. Yeah, that was the green
I
room.
might have already pissed on the oven.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Adina.
So
We talked about some stuff in the
anybody
green
that is listening to this
Yeah,
podcast, we do jump into Spotify Green Room. It's becoming more of a weekly thing, so you know, check our Instagram because we usually announce when we're going to go in, and the conversations are always really fun.
room. Yeah, they're worse than this one. In a
Oh yeah, yeah,
But, you know, we answer questions on the spot. So,
yeah,
I mean, get in there and
A little
ask what you've
live
always wanted to
interaction.
know.
yeah.
Hey, are those muffins going to be kosher? I'm asking for my 0.03%.
I will do the research because I'm that caring person. I will make them kosher for you.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we can go
For
bless.
gums.
Do you make banana muffins? Because those are my favorite. The ones from Trader Joe's, the banana chocolate chip muffins.
Ooh.
We do
Delicious.
a lot of banana nut, but we put peanut butter in it. And then if I
Yes.
make a
Oh.
banana loaf, I'll put fresh banana on top of it.
You had me at peanut butter. Send it my way.
Oh yeah, it's
Peanut butter
wonderful.
and sometimes honey. So we'll put honey in it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Dina, are you local to us over here in AZ?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Dina will be there. She has no choice.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
You
I'll be
you
there.
me and Adina and Petey.
Podcast unite.
There you
We're
go.
basically having a housewarming party when I move in, so
Mhm.
everyone's coming.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe the person who emails in.
I know.
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
Whoa!
Well, we'll
out of context. I could clip that.
yeah.
Ha ha.
We will be going through the resumes leading up to the housewarming party.
Yep, sometime in March, so make sure you get it in ASAP.
Only serious
Hey.
applicants apply.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last question before we end here, because I feel like this has gotta be a good one. Pat, what is your go-to love making song?
You didn't say love making song. You just said love song.
Love song.
I didn't know
we
we were
were changing
doing
it.
it.
We-
throw a curveball.
Yeah, wait,
Gums-
whoa, what?
Gums has really gotten into your head right
so,
now.
when's the
and-
last
Yeah.
time you?
Yeah, shit, now, you know, hey.
Okay, just your
My man.
love song, not love making song.
Yeah. Either one.
Man,
Both
my
maybe.
favorite love song?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Love Shack doesn't count. It doesn't.
Like a
This
girl's
is
outside your
Officer,
window.
by the
She
way.
has a boom box. What is she playing for you?
Mm.
What is she playing? That's a fucking great question,
Mhm.
actual. Oh, man.
Getting jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it. I don't know. I've always really liked the little Marvin Gaye. Like,
Okay.
Marvin Gaye did always goes well.
I can respect that.
Let's go straight into Kanye real quick.
Just trying to set this party off right.
Yeah, trying to kick it off. But I don't know. Maybe a little Frank Ocean. And
Yeah,
I think
okay.
we could kind of be high on the list, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like thinking about you or something, like some OG Frank Ocean kind of thing. Yeah.
There you go.
I actually have Thinking About You on my list too. That's a great song.
Back in the I want everybody to go download Pretty Ricky right now and tell me you don't get excited by hearing that.
That's a great
Can
song.
we download it after this podcast in case you know?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, copyright.
Once the cameras stop rolling.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just YouTube it. Don't even download it.
Fair enough.
So, well, thank you to our lovely guests, Lauren and Adina. Appreciate everybody stopping by today. Hope you enjoyed the podcast episode, learned some things about Valentine's Day, how to treat your lady or your man right. And as always, Gums, send us off.
Valentine's Day is the poet's holiday. And if you didn't know, there's only one happiness in life: to love and be loved. And with that, let's keep it rolling.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Rolling Credits Podcast. Be sure to give us a listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Google Play, or a full video recording on our YouTube page. And be sure to check us out on our social medias at Rolling Credits Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you, and we'll catch you on the next one.